Okay, first grade, for phonics today, we're going to be looking at pages 167 and 168. And we've talked about using ER and EST to compare things. Remember, ER has two letters, an E and an R, and we use it to compare two things. EST has three letters, and we use it to compare three or more things. Now, you know, in the classroom, I usually call you up to compare, but I don't have you here with me, sadly. So I thought of another idea. I'm going to use pillow pets. I have three pillow pets. Whoops. I have Jimmy Giraffe. I have Andy Panda. And I have Pow. All right. So if we're looking at these three pillow pets, I'm going to put Poe aside for just a minute. And we're going to compare two. We're going to compare Jimmy Giraffe and Andy Panda. If I'm comparing the two of them, would I say that Jimmy is bigger or the biggest? I hope you remembered ER because we're only comparing two things. Would I say Andy Panda is smaller or smallest? Again, we only have two, so I hope you remember the ER ending. I'm going to bring Poe over. We're comparing three now. Remember, three or more has the EST ending. So right now, would I say Andy Pandy is the bigger of the three or the biggest? I hope you remembered we have three, and so we have to use EST. And so you would also know that Jimmy Giraffe is not the bigger one, it's the biggest one. Okay, I'm going to put them over here to take a nap. And we're going to look at your phonics paper on page 167. And we have a poem at the top of page 167. Let's look at that green poem. We're going to read it together. First in a regular voice. Earth is nearer to our sun than planets such as Mars. But Mercury is the nearest one to the sun, our nearest star. Okay, let's read it like turtles. Earth is nearer to our sun than planets such as Mars. But Mercury is the nearest one to the sun, our nearest star. And we'll read it like robots. Earth is nearer to our sun than planets such as Mars, but Mercury is the nearest one to the sun, our nearest star. And cheetahs. Earth is nearer to the sun than planets such as Mars, but Mercury is nearest one to the sun, our nearest star. Okay, let's go down to the yellow box. It says, add the ending ER and EST to each word. Print the new word on the lines. So if you look down the side of your page, the base words are there. So in the ER column, you're just going to write the base word with the ER ending. And so we'll do number one together. You're going to write your whole base word, near, and then put the ER ending on under the ER column. And then over here under the EST column, you're going to do the same word, your same base word, near, but with an EST ending. Okay? And that's what you're going to do for the top. You're going to finish that on your own in just a minute, but I want to look at numbers 8, 9, and 10. It says, draw a picture to show the meaning of each word. It starts with long, but don't make it as long as the box, or you won't be able to make number 9 longer, and then number 10 the longest. So you have to think about, if you're doing long, longer, longest, about being able to make it a little bit bigger each time. And the easiest way, I think, to do that is just to draw a line. So for number 8, I would draw a line. Number 9, one that is longer. And then for number 10, the one that's the longest. You may choose to draw any picture you would like, or you may use the one that I did for the example. Okay, turn your papers over. And let's read the yellow box on the back. Finish each sentence by adding ER or EST to each base word. Use ER to tell about 2 things. Use EST to tell about more than 2 things. Print the new word on the line. Let's do number 1 together. Number 1 has the word tall, so you know that's your base word. Then you have to decide if you're going to add ER or EST. Let's read the sentence. Meg is blank than Jay. There's a big clue if you look at the picture. There are 2 people in the picture, so you know you're only comparing 2 things. You have to use ER. Okay, so go ahead and finish the front and the back. You may do forward or backward phonics. And when you're finished, you can come back for math. All right, hi everyone. For math today, we're going to continue with 11-2 on pages 505 and 506. And what I really want you to remember from this is when you're subtracting 2-digit numbers, remember you always start with the ones and then go to the tens. Let's look at the example on the top of the page. It says, there are 45 children in the parade. 23 of the children are girls. How many are boys? Okay, and the raccoon is thinking, part of the set is missing, so I need to subtract because I'm missing how many are boys. Okay, so let's look at the example at the top. Sometimes it's hard to tell from the picture, so I'm going to show you on the board. Well, it's showing you, it wants you to subtract the ones first. So if I subtract 5 minus 3, I'm going to get 2. That's what it's showing you in the first picture. Then next to that, it says subtract the tens. 4 tens minus 2 tens is 2 tens. So 45 minus 23 is 22. So 22 of the children are boys. Okay. So we're going to go down. It's telling you to circle the cubes when you subtract, write the difference. Remember, we like to cross them out. You may do it whichever way works better for you. And let's look at number 1. Remember, we have to start with the ones. So going to the ones column. 8 minus 5 is 3. 5 tens minus 5 tens is 0 tens. You don't have to write the 0 because 0 is nothing. If you do write it, it won't be marked wrong, but you don't have to write it. 58 minus 55 is 3. Okay? You're going to finish the front on your own. You do not have to do number 5. You may cross out number 5 on the bottom. I want you to turn your papers over and look at the back. You're doing the same thing on the back, but I want to look at the challenge box at the bottom. It says, Libby has these coins. She buys a toy. How much does Libby have left? Remember, when you're looking at the coins, you're thinking of tens and ones. So point to the dimes. We're going to start counting and then go to the pennies. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. She has 34 cents. How much does the toy cost? She has 34 cents. The toy is 23 cents. You can draw the line if it helps you. 4 minus 3 is 1. 3 tens minus 2 tens is 1 10. She has 11 cents left. Another way you can do that is by crossing out your tens and ones. So she started off with 3 dimes, so I'm going to write a 10 in each of these circles because we know a dime is 10 cents. And she had 4 pennies, so I'm going to write 1 cent in each penny. All right, the toy costs 23 cents. So we're going to cross out 3 ones and 2 tens And she has 10, 11 cents left. So you can go ahead and fill in the blank at the bottom. Libby has 11 cents. And remember, when you write 11, to write the cents sign after it. Okay, go ahead and finish this on your own, and we'll come back for our English. Okay, we're back for English, page 165. And at the top in blue letters, it says, show what you know. And it's been a long time since we've done contractions. And so we'll do the first few together. And I'm sure that you remember it very well. Okay, it says, write the contraction for the two words in green. Blank, missing his shoe. The two words in green are he is. Okay, so remember, when we write our contraction, we're going to write the first word. And remember, the first word here begins with an uppercase letter. Okay, I'm going to cross out the letters I don't need in the second row, second word, given an apostrophe S. So number 1, he's missing his shoe. Okay, and that should be a lowercase s. It looks a little bit big. All right, so in number 1, go ahead and write he's. Okay. And we'll do number 2 together. Maria, blank, busy now. The two words in green are is not. Okay, remember, I'm going to write the first word, is. In the word isn't, I don't need the O, so I'm going to write my N and then my apostrophe T. Remember, if you don't write the apostrophe, it's not spelled correctly, so make sure you remember the apostrophe. And now our sentence for number 2, Maria isn't busy now. You're going to turn your paper over, put an X on the back. You do not have to do page 166. And then go back to page 165 and finish it on your own. Enjoy the rest of your day.